Hi guys, we're driving back from Burning Man and we're at the Tioga Pass Mobile right outside of Yosemite National Park, and I had to put my shirt on from last night because when I was emptying the Blackwater, I dumped a pile of poop all over the gas station. It got up my leg, it got on my arms, it got on my shirt, so I had to take off my clean shirt from today and put on last night's burned outfit shirt. So, check the nozzle when you put the hose on the trailer, and I can't wait till Burning Man next year for the poop! The dust storm has absolutely screwed us. It ransacked our camp, it bent the wings on our art car, and we got stuck out in the middle of the playa with the dust absolutely ripping around us. Probably the worst one I've ever experienced, but the bad memories make good stories. That is what I'm telling myself. Hey guys, first official day here. The gates opened last night at midnight, and this is my outfit to go to the porta potty. I'm wearing a hat, glasses, shorts, and then I have this sack that I put my flushable wet wipes in for my butt. So, hey, come with me to go take a poop at Burning Man. Everyone at Burning Man just wants to show you the pretty lights in their cute outfits. No one wants to show you the part where you're lugging 40 feet of pure emotion down the highway. So I just got to my Airbnb in Amsterdam, right? First of all, cutest freaking place I have ever seen in my life. You should see the loft area. It's insane. So adorable. Anyway, the guy that normally lives here, he hit me up on Airbnb the other day. He's like, I'm traveling. You're going to text my neighbor when you arrive. She'll let you in. Great. So I text the neighbor. I'm like, hey, Aria, on my way from the airport. Be there in 10 minutes or so. Let her know, hey, I'm here. She comes out, super sweet woman. And she goes, oh, here's some marmalade for you. Aria, how did you know? That's exactly what I needed when I got off the plane, was a little jar of marmalade. I gotta try this. I feel like if you asked your neighbor in the United States to let someone into your house for like an Airbnb type situation, your neighbor in the United States would be like, well, technically, according to the HOA rules, you're not supposed to have an Airbnb, let alone give you marmalade. Oh, I guess marmalade means something different. It's not orange. It's purple. Oh my God. Aria, you freaking genius. Oh my God, it's so good. I need some bread or something. Open floor seating is the most soulless dystopian way to set up an office. I hate it so much. I had to start going to the office 5 days a week, which is what it is. They pay me money. I do what they tell me. The 5 days is fine. But the fact that I don't get my own space when I'm there 5 days a week is ridiculous. I don't want to go in and check out a desk with a QR code every single day. I want my desk. I want to put pictures of my mom and girlfriend and an orchid and a bag of blue Takis in the lower drawer. And don't even get me started on having no privacy. Top song this, top artist, whatever. I don't give a shit. Who's older than me? There's no way anyone is older than me. Forget Unk, I'm geriatric. Harry Potter got so lucky with their child actors. The new season of Stranger Things has made me realize what a risk it is when you cast an 11-year-old that looks the part and is perfect, and then 8-10 years down the line, they're a young adult, and you're like, you're not good at acting. But I feel like everybody in Harry Potter, by the 7th, 8th movie, was still a really good actor, and it didn't ruin the series for me. If my girl thinks that proposing to me is okay, she is delusional, okay? A female proposal is so embarrassing. I dare my girlfriend to propose to me, bro. I dare her to go pick out a ring. And I dare her to get an emerald cut, half bezeled into a brushed white gold finish. And I dare her to do it somewhere tropical. I dare her. And I dare her to talk about what a good father I'm going to be while she does it. You have to get your girl a gift that shows you pay attention to her. She's going to tell you what she wants, and then you're going to get that gift, and most guys think the job is done. No, that just shows you can obey commands like a dog. What you really need to do is get another gift that shows you know what she's into, you know what she's thinking. Be like, babe, I noticed that your earrings were all over the place on your vanity, so I got you this bowl that's made of your birthstone. If you do that, you're getting dome under the mistletoe, I promise.
Excuse me, Jamaican nanny who pushes 2 blonde-haired, blue-eyed toddlers around our very affluent neighborhood every day. I was wondering what you're expecting to get for a Christmas bonus this year, because I've noticed that the family has equipped you with the Bugaboo Donkey 5 Duo, and that's a $2,000 stroller, so anything under that should be an insult to you. Your late 20s are so lit. They're awesome. Because you could be at a DJ set one weekend like... and then the next weekend you're like, hey babe, are we going to strap the Christmas tree to your car or my car? And both experiences are so lit. I love being alive.
It is getting way too socially acceptable to cancel plans last minute. You would think that in the age of cell phones, it would make it easier to coordinate plans, but no. It just gives these flaky people a way to text you last minute and be like, my tummy hurts. No, it doesn't. You're just a flake. Back in the day, if you made plans with someone and you didn't want to go last minute, you still had to show up because you had no way to contact that person and risk just looking like an asshole. Obviously, I'm not like the target demographic for Sabrina Carpenter music, but when I saw that video of someone throwing something at her on stage and then she just immediately turns around and chucks it right back into the crowd, she made a fan for life. If you're hosting people at your house for an event, then you should not be asking them to take off their shoes. We had like 20 people over here for Friendsgiving this weekend, and I just got finished cleaning up the dirt on the floor. And a couple of people were like, do you want me to take off my shoes? No, bro. Like, if I ask you to put on an outfit to come over to my house, then the shoes are part of that outfit and they don't have to come off. Ladies, I'm telling you right now, if you are falling for a man and he has a bear brick in his room, just get out of there. He does not have your best interest in mind. The city is unaffordable because the animals are taking all the jobs. It has nothing to do with the yellow brick road. She wrote Oz dies in the sky, bro. The wizard has a right to defend himself. If the Munchkins want to leave Munchkinland, they can do so through the proper channels. When they leave Munchkinland without a permit, they're illegal. Look at those two pictures. One says good, one says wicked. Do your own research, bro. The thing that really sucks about Neuralink and putting chips in your brain is that you're going to have to eventually. Because there's going to be a generation of parents, maybe me, where they're like, I don't want to put a chip in my child's brain. But then you look at the performance of the other cyborg kids, and the only way that your kid's going to compete with them is if you put the chip in their brain. They're going to have no future if they have no chip. And that's just so sad. The American drinking age is genuinely dangerous because we have all of these 18, 19, 20-year-olds drinking. We know that they're drinking. It's socially acceptable for them to be drinking, but it's illegal. So what it creates is this culture of binge drinking where when they do have access to alcohol, they're going to take as much as they possibly can because when they go out into the world, they can't just walk up to a bar and order a beer. At what point do we stop claiming these countries that our grandparents came from and just accept the fact that we're Americans, you know? Like, if you're a first-generation American, like, okay, you're Italian, you're Mexican, you're German, whatever. Second generation, but third generation, it's over. If you're a third-generation American, you're ethnically American. Whoever came up with these fake Zoom meetings with Timothée Chalamet to promote Marty Supreme is a genius, bro. First of all, they're hysterical. And second of all, it's like, I know the movie's coming. I don't need to be served another trailer. I don't need to be served a red carpet interview. But I will interact with a fake Zoom meeting where there's this caricaturized version of Timothée Chalamet. You know, sometimes I don't really need to be told what the product is. I just need to have a reaction to something and be reminded of the product. Hey, dude, I know we're supposed to hang out later, but is this one of those scenarios where we're just hanging out, or are we bringing our girlfriends? Because if you bring your girlfriend and I think we're hanging out alone, then my girlfriend's going to think I don't want to hang out with her and that she should die. You know what's an underutilized line is, who raised you? When someone's just rude and has no manners, you hit them with the, who raised you? And it's a double whammy because you get to call out their behavior right now, but you're also implying like your mom did a terrible job. You know my friend that lives here? Yeah. You know who she'd be great for? Your friend who lives on the other side of the country. Could you set that up? People need to get off of these dating apps because it's convincing you that you're more desirable than you actually are. If you X someone out on Hinge, you're not rejecting that person. They didn't come up to you at a bar. Their profile got served to you through an algorithm. Odds are that person doesn't want you either, and it's creating this false illusion of choice like there's all these people that want me. They don't.